Welcome, builders of the internet. My name is Jessa and I'm working as a quantity surveyor in the construction industry. I've recently finished my quantity surveying undergraduate degree, so today I thought I would talk about the different options once you've finished university with a QS degree. As always, you can find my timestamps and sources in the description.
Is building on my mind.
The first option, get a job as a quantity surveyor. The first and probably most obvious option is getting a job as a QS, which is what about 80% of graduates end up doing a year or so later. The average salary for quantity surveying grads is about £28,000 a year, which is higher than the average UK graduate who typically earns somewhere between 21 to 25k, so the chances are you'll get a pretty decent wage and find a job relatively easily, especially because there's an industry-wide skills shortage, so companies are constantly looking out for new talent. If you're worried about how much you'll earn, it's also worth considering other benefits with the job offer. For example, do you get allowances for, say, a phone or a car, or do you get a company car or phone as well? The employer may also give frequent or annual bonuses. It could also be worth finding out how much your salary will be reviewed. Some places might do it once or twice a year, so you can have more opportunities for a raise if you show your value to the company. The second option is finding related jobs in the construction industry. After your degree, if you don't think quantity surveying is the right path for you, then that's absolutely fine. It could be worth checking information on the reality of what the job includes compared to what you might have learned at university, and then giving the job a go for at least a little while to gain some work experience and seeing what you like and don't like about it. I've personally found that there are some differences between how we do things in practice versus what we've been taught at university. And honestly, if I had to do some of the tasks manually, like how we were shown at uni, rather than using the updated technology that makes these processes faster and more bearable, I would probably also change professions. If you still decide that quantity surveying isn't for you, then there are related jobs within the construction industry that graduates may end up doing. I'm going to point out here that I haven't done any of these other ones before, so please let me know if you have anything else to add in the comments. Estimating. Average junior estimators earn about £24,000 a year, and these people calculate how much projects will cost to prepare bids and submissions to win work for contractor organisations. This is much more specialised than all the contracts and commercial management that you might be involved in as a quantity surveyor on the contractor's side. Valuers. Land and property valuers have graduate positions averaging about £28,500 a year. They give people advice for buying, selling and renting property. This includes estimating the market value of a plot of land or building, or helping clients maximise their profit. Project managers. Graduate PMs have an average base pay of about £28,400 a year, and their job includes overseeing the delivery of the whole of construction projects from when it's being planned right up to completion. They ensure the work is finished within time and budget expectations, organising logistics, delegating work and keeping track of all spending related to the project, which aren't just construction related, such as planning fees, land costs and so on. Buyers and procurement officers. Buyers are responsible for getting all the materials required for building projects on time and within people's budgets. Their average salary is about £27,600 a year. Architectural technicians. These employees provide technical guidance on putting structures together, working alongside architects to help develop building models for construction projects. Junior architectural technologists have a typical salary of about £25,000 a year. The third option after a QS degree is employment in other sectors. If you think that working in the construction industry isn't for you, then there are several other jobs that you don't always need specific degrees for. You may need to study for additional qualifications before or during your employment, or have relevant work experience to be considered, but that is the case with a lot of jobs, including those that I mentioned earlier. Investment banking. This is a very competitive field and amongst the highest paying, averaging about 38.2k a year for graduate positions. This job requires an understanding of how money is made and invested, so you may be providing strategies for clients for when and where to put their money. Marketing, advertising and public relations. Marketing is also a competitive field where average graduate marketing jobs pay around £26,000 a year. Another website shows that typical marketing graduate salaries are about £53,000 a year, which is insane to me, but I'll point out that all of these average salaries for all the jobs I'm mentioning do vary depending on which source you're looking at. There are lots of different job roles and careers in these categories, including a copywriter, marketing executive, media planner, or social media manager. Public relations is more specific to managing the reputation of your clients, where you'll need skills in relationship building, written and verbal communication, and organisation, though these jobs may earn slightly less money. Human resources. Most companies will have an HR department, so you could have the opportunity to work in a wide range of sectors with this job. HR are essentially the middlemen between employees and managers to discuss any issues, clarify information about, say, sick pay, employment policies, maternity or paternity leave. They're also responsible for helping with recruitment, payroll and employment policies and benefits. Average grads make about £29,200 a year. Supply chain and logistics. Supply chain managers oversee every stage of production, from purchasing raw materials to the manufacturing of a product and ensuring that the final product is delivered. This is a very fast-paced career, and it's helpful to have experience in the retail sector, either through part-time jobs, internships or work placements. The average supply chain grad earns about £29,000 a year. Accountancy. Similar to HR, accountancy can enable you to work in a wide range of organisations, as lots of companies have accountants or accounting departments. Becoming a junior accountant probably has the most related skills to quantity surveying out of this list. You'll need to give advice and provide trustworthy information about company financial records, which will require a competence in mathematical skill. The average grad in this job earns about £24,000 a year. There are also jobs in sales, hospitality, teaching, and various other sectors, which don't always require specific degrees. But I don't want this video to go on for too long, so I'll leave a link to a useful article in the description. The fourth main option is continuing with further study. This can either be full-time or part-time, where the main options are carrying on with a master's in quantity surveying or other degrees depending on where you want your career to go, or studying for a quantity surveying chartership, which is a qualification that demonstrates your competence in the profession. I'm currently working on the RICS chartership, which I'll talk about more in another video. When you're starting a new job as a graduate, either as a quantity surveyor or in any other profession, there probably will be a steep learning curve with that anyways. Sometimes your employers will pay for you to get these qualifications and even let you have time in your working hours to study for it, which is one of the perks of part-time study. But you also have to consider that your time management is quite essential here, because the chances are you'll need to spend some evenings and weekends studying on top of the commitments of a full-time job. Thanks for watching this video. Continuing with study and starting new employment are the main options provided by careers websites, but there are various other possibilities, such as taking a gap year, volunteering, travelling, doing internships, or anything else to help try and work out the things that you personally enjoy doing. But of course, this depends on how much money and resource you have in order to fund this time off. As I said towards the beginning of this video, I didn't really enjoy studying quantity surveying as much as I actually enjoyed doing the job, and it does pay relatively well, so it's definitely worth giving a go if you've finished university with a quantity surveying degree. If you have done another undergraduate degree, you can still become a quantity surveyor, but you may need to do a master's in quantity surveying, which some companies will help sponsor for you. It's absolutely fine if quantity surveying isn't for you. There are so many options, so there'll probably be something out there that tickles your pickle. Let me know in the comments if you have anything else to add, but that's all I have to say for now. I hope it helps build on your mind.
Thanks for watching this channel, it's building on my mind. Check out my other videos, but first hit the bell and comment, like, subscribe. Please, it really helps with the